You have been playing well as a starter.
Yeah, and we are confident it is the right move for the long-term health of the team.
But
not everyone is as thrilled as we are with the new lineup.
I'm sure you can figure out who he's talking about.
I mean, if I were him, I'd be unhappy too. But like you said, there's no place for hurt feelings, and this is a grown man's league.
Yes, of course. But we would like you to make a special effort to get him more involved in the offense when you're on the floor with him.
We've talked a lot about using your gravity to get everyone involved. We just want to make sure that he's one of those people.
Look, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time, but I don't understand what the problem is. We're winning games. Okay, Isn't that what's most important?
We're winning games now, in the regular season. But we're going to need him down the line, not just in the playoffs, but in the years to come. And if he feels like his talents are being wasted, he's going to want out. We could lose him.
And it's throwing off chemistry in the locker room.
I get that. But what's more important to him? Winning games or usage rate?
It's not that simple, MP. Everyone's got an ego, right? And quite frankly, he earned his.
He has done a lot for this organization, and we are just trying to do right by him. How would you feel if the tables were turned?
Look, I'll do what I can, but at the end of the day, he's his own man and he can make his own decisions.
We understand that. But we have some reasonable requests that we think you're going to be okay with.
All right, look, I'll give him my best shot, but he has to hold up his end of the bargain. I can't put the ball in the basket for him, too.
All we ask is that you try. It's in the best interest of the organization, MP.
We need you to be a team player.
Everything good, MP?
Yo, MP, let's go.
They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
Yo, MP, how did meeting go today?
Yo, it was okay. They said that they want me to try to keep the peace.
Keep the peace?
Yeah.
Like how?
They said that they need everyone to win championships, so I should try to create more open looks.
Open looks? For the guy who can't adjust to his new role on the team? and was running around blaming everybody but himself.
Yeah, I guess they worried about losing him in the offseason, man.
No, losing him. They should be worried about losing you, man.
Why? I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, but you can't let them know that. Come on, you think they need him to win championships?
Honestly, I don't know. Defenses, they get tough in the playoffs, man, but I know that I can deliver in the crunch time.
Exactly. Okay, that's why you need to focus on you, okay? Whether he comes along or not, that's up to him.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, P, but I'm trying to bring championships to this city.
Duh, that's why they got you, man. They don't need him.
Even MJ needed Scotty, P. I'm trying to win here, nowhere else, all right?
Okay, look, as good as he is.
He's a legend, Patrick.
And so are you.
A legend, bro.
And so are you. Okay, his time is over. It's your time, so go be a star, all right? Their job is to build a good team. Don't let them put that on you, all right?
Look, I hear what you're saying, P, but it's not that simple, man.
Look, man, I'm just here to give you advice, okay? Look, what you do with that is up to you, all right? But I know you, all right? And I know your dream is to create a dynasty bigger than MJ's. All right, in order for you to do that, you need to become the face of this franchise. Don't let anyone get in your way, no matter what they've done for this team in the past.
Maybe, man.
Okay, look, I get that. All right, and I got your back. I'm just telling you how I see it. And for your sake, I hope you see it too.
Looking good, MP. These are our biggest rivals. About to come hard tonight.
for this NBA presentation. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. Well, a chance to check out some stats for R.J. Barrett.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Toronto Raptors. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickley, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. And for Boston, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown, and it's G in at the point guard position. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Boston. Fires the 3, fires in the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Quickly passes to Barnes. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Boston on offense. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Here's Quickly, and he buries his first look.
All kinds of grit there on the inside from Emmanuel Quickley.
Here's G, guarded by Quickly. Porzingis with a screen on Quickly. Knocks it down from distance. G's got 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Barnes. 15 in his last outing. Jacks up a 3. No luck on that one.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And again, Boston with the triple.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Pass to Dick. Dick by Pirtle. Now here's Dick. Tight defense on him. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Quickly. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Gee, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Quickly from outside. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Well, Quickly can space out that floor for you. Knockdown three-point shooter.
Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
He's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
Now here's Pirtle. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
There's the 3. His shot is good. 15 points in the game.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Outside Barrett from outside the arc. G with a rebound. And here are the Celtics. They're on a 15-5 run. This one for 3. The Celtics another 3.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Quickly with the ball. He's got 5. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his... After championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then the last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
The 2K leaderboard shining a light on the league's best three-point shooting teams of late. Number 1, Boston.
Incredible accuracy from deep over the past couple games. Great floor spacing. And, of course, their shooters have all the confidence in the world right now.
6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
I think around the league, there's a lot of appreciation for how well-defined Jakob Poeltl's game is. He wants to rebound, block shots, and score inside. Simplistic, but effective.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Barnes. A shot to stop the run. And Emmanuel quickly gets a 3. Quickly's got 8.
Quickly, competitive, and responds with a 3 of his own.
Here's G, coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Outside Dick. Pass to Barrett. Outside Barnes. Let's go with a 3. G with a rebound. Celtics lead by 19. From the arc. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, BA. Unbelievable.
Outside Barrett. Picked by Poeltl. 3-pointer. The rebound, Celtics. And they've been winning at a high level this season. Most games not even close. Their point differential is sky high.
Yeah, a lot of their games have been essentially over by the third quarter. Blowouts, big margins, really astonishing the dominance they displayed over the course of the season. I'm not sure we've ever seen a team so consistently dominant.
Now here's Poeltl. Hasn't got one to fall yet. Here's G, guarded by Quickly. Here's G. And again, Boston with the triple.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
And Toronto calls time here. And the Raptors making a change here. Brown's checked in. Barnes passes to Pirtle. Outside, Brown. The three from quickly. Porzingis grabs the board.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Drills it from deep.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court.
And the other team a bit concerned here. They're
And it's Mitchell with the ball for Toronto. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Derek White. And it's G in the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Brown. Again, Boston.
An all-NBA level player, Jaylen Brown has done a great job with his jumper.
The Raptors shooting a low 30% from the floor. Brown in the high post. Pass to Abaji. Launches it. Porzingis grabs the board.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Brown against Brown. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Good work there as it goes.
such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And there's the screen. And here's Brown for three. Drops in the three. Brown's got 10.
And we have seen Brown take more and more threes recently, becoming very confident in this shot.
Brown with a screen. Now here's Mitchell. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. G passes to Brown. And again, Boston with the triple.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Boston has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. G passes to Brown. To the inside. Lets a 3 fly. And that one's no good. He's 5 of 7 in this one. The Raptors have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Oh, got that one up quick. Brown's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And here's Brown for 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Barrett. Brown, a screen on Brown. Here's Barrett. Boston pulls it in. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, they got swept by this team in the season series last year, which goes against all logic.
Kick out to Brown. Tatum from long range knocks down the triple. Tatum's got 5 points.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Brown, that's good.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
The Raptors have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. To the paint. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
This will be his third free throw of the game. And the Raptors with some changes. Fernando's checked in for Barrett, and Temple is subbed in for Mitchell. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams? And again for three.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Boston has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Puts it up from 17. Again, Boston.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Pass to Fernando. Now Brown. Abaji, the pass to Brown. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Here's Brown. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Some changes for Toronto. Pirtle comes in for Fernando, and Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Temple. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Sinks it from distance.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. NBA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
Laser focus from Quickly. As soon as he saw that pass coming, he was going to fire.
Toronto has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Right side Brown. Kicks it to Quickly. From downtown. Brown, no good.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Pass to Brown. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Boucher, hounded by Tatum. They get the rebound. Kicks it to Quickly. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Quickly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Brown. Nice D from Tatum.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
G's shot is good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Toronto shooting at 32% from the floor. Not good. Brown passes to Quickly. Here's Abaji. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. Boston in second.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Dick comes in for Abaji. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 35% in the second so far. Pass to Brown. Outside Dick. Outside Brown. Shot clock at 5. Quickly from outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game.
And now he's dropped 2 3-pointers in each quarter.
Here's G. defended by Brown. G. And he drops in the layup off the glass. G's got 45 points.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And it's quickly with a miss.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Connects again from distance.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Oh, with it all clicking quickly can be dangerous. He's shown it tonight. I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Here's the three. G with a rebound. G's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Kicks it to Quickly. Launches a 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Tatum. Kick out to Brown. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul. And Brown, the bucket on the assist by Tatum. And Boston with some changes. Al Horford comes in for Tatum. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for White. And Toronto also making a switch. Barrett's checked in.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Horford passes to G. Hits yet again. Wow!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. The Raptors shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Here's Quickly. And again, Toronto no good. Boston on offense. They're on a 16-5 run. 14 feet away. Again, Boston.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for the Raptors. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Yeah, and talking with the coaching staff, they said in that game they did a great job of not settling, working the ball around, finding the best look. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Oh, 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy.
Here's G. Rebound Toronto.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they want.
So it's the Boston Celtics showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Good to see you, and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Toronto Raptors.
You know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it? I mean,
All right, let's turn now to take a look at how the Eastern Conference is shaping up. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon G passes to Brown. Yes, it's good. Brown's got 26 points.
Yeah, tonight has been all about Jaylen Brown, a legit star in this league.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant, not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Dick, and it's Barrett in at the 3 slot. Here's Dick, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on White, and the Celtics far and away the best record in the NBA last season, Grant.
Well, they rode that momentum into the playoffs, capturing the franchise's 18th championship, passing the Lakers for the most of any team in the association.
First one falls. Well, Grant, the Raptors are in the middle of a rebuild and are looking to establish an identity here.
Yeah, they've got some solid young pieces, specifically Scotty Barnes. They just need more experience and some time in order to learn what it takes to win at this level.
Here's G. And again for 3.
There it is, a shot that puts them tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Barnes finds Pirtle. Quickly with the ball. Inside, here's Barrett. Lays it up and banks it in. Barrett's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Well, Barrett with nice touch down there as the lefty was able to negotiate the little room that he had.
Here's G. Good! Another.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Time called here. The Raptors decide to talk it over. It's Barnes on the wing.
Get outside.
Outside, Dick. Pass to Pirtle. Clock at 4. Now here's Quickley. Fires from the wing. Rebound Boston. G's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's Brown. And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
The Raptors have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. It's Barnes on the wing. Outside Barrett. And here's Dick. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Here's G. He's guarded by Barnes. Tatum a screen on Barnes. G. And yes! Another basket!
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And it's good for 2. Quickley's got 27 points.
And how about the handles there from Quickley dancing his way around the defender?
Here's G. Pass to Brown. Porzingis sets a screen. A good look from Brown. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. And he's got 28 now.
And check out the handles from Brown. Just carving up the defense like a Thanksgiving turkey. Just a little too aggressive, and now he's on that brink of fouling out.
1:33 left in the third. Horford, a screen on Mitchell. Here's G. He buries it from three.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Now Mitchell. He's got 5. Pass to Brown. We've got 1:08 left in the third. And it's Tillman with a rebound. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Here's G. Misses the 3.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the third. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Fernando. Blocked! And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. He drops it from range.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
G passes to Hauser. Here's G. Horford outside. Here's G. Defended by Brown. Horford, a screen on Brown. Connects again from distance.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. A good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Brown's got 14 points for the game. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's the Celtics running away with this one. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Well, I think about the hurdles for MP to get to this point.
Teams making substitutions here.
This one out. Play smart.
And so here is Toronto. Barnes passes to Dick. And here's Quickly. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
They've got Xavier Tillman, Al Horford out there with Peyton Pritchard, and it's G in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
I don't know how you say this in Austrian, but that's bully ball. Jakob Poeltl.
Pass to Pritchard. Here's G. Buries it down low. G's got 17 now, just in the second half.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Barnes finds Quickly. Here's Dick. The offensive rebound. No luck on that one. For Boston, they've gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Pass to G. 4-3. Again! What an avalanche!
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
Yeah, this is far from the last word of the season. And
And another one.
He's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Pass to Dick. The 3 connects from downtown.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Here's Tillman, covered by Pirtle. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pritchard, the pass to G. Here's Hauser. 5 to shoot, down low. G. Soft touch off the glass.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Looks like they'll cruise to the win.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
MP, look, I love you, but you gotta play a little more disciplined on D. You're way too important to foul out like that.
Just got back from the beach again. Am I red? Yeah, you're a little burned. A little brown.
So I'm thinking about letting the kids plan the next vacation. I don't know. Pick 3 destinations and then pick from the best one. Yes.
What'd you do when you forgot your lunch last night?
Well, I went and saw Mary concession. She gave me some popcorn. Popcorn for a meal? You gotta give it 20.
I'm planning a beach trip next week.
Never a bad decision. What's your go-to activity?
Well, I've been doing a bit of skimboarding.
Oh, I love laying at the beach.
Never been to Italy. Have you?
Where the side of it?
Summer planning? Yes, but staying local. Money for college. Smart. My favorite is the